音楽担当の菅野陽子です。
My name's Gary Mackay and I've been the production designer on Cowboy Bebop.
My name's Jane Holland. I'm the costume designer.
My name's Anna Kabuetza and I was the set decorator.
My name's Alan Poppleton. I'm the stunt fight coordinator on Cowboy Bebop.
I'm Nick Kominiski. I am props and weapon master.
実写版の初めての打ち合わせはもう3年ぐらい前になると思うんですけど、セットの絵とかを見せていただきました。買ってくれたりするのを見てすごい嬉しいんです。
People who have known Cowboy Bebop, I think they'll be happy to watch it again in live. And people who've never known it and going to research it, it's just an amazing project to do.
I think the cool thing when you look at the anime and when you kind of research it a little bit more is Cowboy Bebop doesn't have a genre. It's kind of its own genre, a bebop genre.
You know, the worlds that are visited are amazing and diverse, unlike any project I've ever worked on. It was definitely a design-driven project. So obviously we started with the anime, and from there there's Bebopopedia, you know, which I go to all the time, but just all the fan sites. There's just people that sit there and have dissected the episodes and understood what's happening.
Easter eggs.
Easter eggs.
Easter eggs.
There were loads.
They are everywhere.
There's so many of them.
My right-hand lady, Gabs, 65-70% of her job was hiding Easter eggs.
Spike Spiegel, the inside of his jacket is printed with roses, which is a connection between him and Julia. And then with Jet's arm, for example, there's a serial number imprinted into the metal, which kind of relates to the serial number from the anime. Well, Vicious, I had a lot of fun with Vicious because it's a little bit hard to work out what Vicious is in the anime because it's always quite sort of dark and it's all sort of suggestive. And in the anime, he has a cormorant on his shoulder. So we built that into his costume.
The Bebop is based on a fishing trawler. We found one. We found one in Tauranga and the aging was perfect. It was like sweaty, greasy, oily, so dirty, so hammered. It was like Jet ship. So we stripped the fishing trawler and we put that heart into the Bebop. And that fishing trawler was called Brack with a number. So we embroidered that number onto the towels in the Bebop and we stamped that number onto the boxes, the toolboxes in the Bebop, so that we always remember it was a trawler.
Numbers on spacecraft, Han Solo's blasters in there somewhere, all the bottles of alcohol, most of the labels there, the money, playing cards. We hid the Declaration of Independence in there. We're compiling a list at the moment and we are literally getting into the hundreds. So, good luck.
Spike practices Jeet Kune Do. The cool thing about that style is it's made up from a lot of other styles. So you'll have like Kung Fu or Wing Chun or fencing, boxing, Savate, Eskrima, different Filipino arts. And then with Jet, who's coming from a more tactical police side of things, we went along that road for him. Then you've got Faye, she fights down and dirty. She's not worried about getting her hands dirty when she fights. Kind of gave her some different knives and Filipino weapons that she's using, which was kind of cool.
You know, I have a couple of teenagers in my household who have anime watching friends. When I first got the job, I sort of said to any of you know Cowboy Bebop, and they was like, what, Cowboy Bebop? Yeah, they knew the anime. And I said, no, we're making a live action. And they kind of all went, oh, what? And then they just went, don't fuck it up. My thing that I really want is for those teenagers to kind of go, no, you didn't fuck it up.
I just want the audience to be surprised and happy with everything we put out there. I just really hope that, you know, they love it. They love what we've created.
Hey, buckaroos, liked what you just saw? Make sure to check out the full episode of Cowboy Bebop Unlocked, the official Netflix Geeked After Show.